Before we start, we want to take 30 seconds just to talk directly to you, the person who just found this podcast.
Maybe someone sent it to you. Maybe you stumbled across it at 2 a.m. looking for something that finally made sense of your brain. Maybe you've known you had ADHD for years, or maybe you just started wondering.
Or maybe we guilted you into listening. However you got here, you're here, and we're really glad you are.
We are Stephanie and Faylene. We are both ADHD coaches and very much living specimens of everything we talk about. And we started this show because we want to give voice to our own cringy lives and turn the spotlight on the social, awkward interaction that ADHD so lovingly supplies.
We wanted to figure out why our brains do the things they do. Yes, even the painful ones, actually, especially even the painful ones. So we decided to do the very ADHD thing of turning it into a whole production.
Every episode, we take one cringy, chaotic, completely relatable ADHD moment. We act it out, we break down the science behind it, and we give you real tools to handle it better the next time.
We're going to laugh. We're going to cringe. We're going to get into the neuroscience, and we're going to make you feel significantly less alone.
And one more thing, everything we covered today, the science, the strategies, all of it, will be in the show notes. So please put the pen down. Just listen. We gotcha.
All right. Welcome to the lab. Welcome to the ADHD Cringe Lab, the only place on the interwebs where your most embarrassing moments are considered valuable scientific data.
And as we just said, once a week we take a cringy, chaotic, completely relatable ADHD moment and we put it under the microscope.
We act it out, we break down the neuroscience behind it, and we give you actual tools so you can handle it better next time.
Because understanding why your brain does what it does, that's where the shame stops and the strategy starts.
We are Stephanie and Faylene, two ADHD coaches who also happen to be living specimens.
Very much in the data. I'm coming to you live from the U.S. Research Wing.
And I'm joining from the Canadian Research Wing.
2 labs.
1 mission.
Open borders and equal cringe.
And absolutely no idea what time it is.
And nobody
stopped us.
And keeping watch over the lab, as always, is
our chief cringe officer, the ADHD Spaghetti Bear.
So put on your safety goggles, grab your fidget spinners,
and let's head to the lab.
Every episode, we take a quick reading of how ADHD life is treating us this week, this hour, this day. Think of it as our pre-experiment data collection. So you want to go first? You want me to?
Well, I'll go first.
Okay.
And this is one, it's really cringy. It's fresh cringe. So
the best kind. Get it out, sister.
So I am starting a meetup group, and one of the passions for me is getting ADHD information out to the community because there's so much disinformation out there, and people who are neurodivergent can feel so alone and so isolated. And it's really important for me to build community and give people a place to be their wonderful, sparkly, neuro spicy selves. So, okay. Meetup group. One of my goals this year is to have more events. So I had an event. It's called Squirrel Sessions. Very excited about it. And an opportunity for us to come in together to talk about different tools, what's working, what isn't. Really excited about it. So I launch it, I send emails. I'm like, hey, come and join us at the Squirrel Session in the meetup group. And some people did register, which is exciting because I haven't had a lot of success so far in that. I screwed up the link because I got really busy because I worked on a bunch of different volunteer projects that I've taken on, and I have my full-time job, and I didn't have enough time to test the Zoom link. And so the only person who showed up was a good friend of ours who texted me and said, "Hey, the link for your squirrel session, I was looking forward to it, but the link didn't work." So I
Oh,
texted
God.
her the correct link,
Uh,
sent an email to the people who had registered, and it was just her and me. And so it was good. We workshopped a bunch of stuff, and towards the end of the hour that I had carved out for this, we somebody did actually join us. But it was pretty cringy and very ADHD. I overcommitted, didn't spend time that was warranted on any of the things, and then my thing, I didn't test it out thoroughly first and was just winging it, and it didn't work. So yeah, sitting in some cringe.
you know what? But you wing things so well. But like, how sad if you were in that room by yourself and no one showed up, but you didn't know the link was broken. You were just like, nobody likes me. Well, no, that's cringy. I'm sorry. Um,
Thank you.
I, gosh, you know what? I'm thinking there's like a theme to my cringe. What I did, I had 2 episodes I was working on, and I wanted to have them done before we met. And so what I decided needed to be done is work on my website. Yeah, and all I was going to do was update my photo and update my bio. Well, I got in there and I got frustrated with it. I'm like so irritated with myself right now. I just deleted the whole thing, deleted all of it, and started fresh with nothing. And then it's like, would you like to save this? Like, no, it's literally just my name. I can't leave it like that. So I took valuable time and did something that did not need to be done. You know, like I did the thing of where you have to make a big decision. Like you feel that's the answer. It's just to make this grand gesture. Well, that's what I did. So go check out my website. It looks really bad. So anyway, what do you think? What do you think, Spaghetti Bear? He's going to write these.
Well, let's see how Spaghetti Bear will rank our two cringy stories. And again, just so very ADHD, right? We often will need to make that grand gesture where if we just sort of sat on it for a bit,
Oh yeah, like I need to do something. I
it,
need to do it right now.
right, you need to do it right now. And
Delete the whole
also,
website.
instead of doing the other thing I was going to do and prioritize, I'm gonna go over here. So
Yeah.
I I hear you. I hear you. So let's call in our very high budget cringe spinometer.
Mm,
Let me
that
know.
looks like a candy cane, or what's that game? Candyland reject, or
It doesn't. It may
not a
well be.
reject.
So we will
Great.
get a digital one when budget allows. So
In time.
let's get the ranking
Oh,
on your Stephanie, on your cringe story. Ready?
yes. My D. It's going
Yeah.
so fast. It's actually kind of
Okay.
hypnotizing.
Is it?
Well,
There we
yeah, it
go.
kind of
And
is, honestly.
relaxing?
No, no.
No,
I'm
and not
good.
relaxing. All right. What's our number? Because I can't see it.
I can't see it. Oh,
Let me see.
6?
Oh, it's an upside down 6. Upside down 6.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I'll go. I'll take that.
You'll take the 6? All right, let's
I'll
see
take
what
the
the next
6.
one is.
Yours is more internal cringe. I don't know.
Oh, it was very cringeful. It was external too. Also a 6. Okay. So
Okay.
we are equal cringe. I can live with that.
Okay. No competition here.
All right.
Okay. Well, what do you think?
Okay.
I think the
Let's
ratings are high. They're above 5. You know,
they
maybe we
are.
should just go
Okay.
ahead to the lab.
Let's head to the lab.
ADHD time blindness. The leaving in 5 lie. Take 1. Day 47 of the time blindness experiment. Subject B said she was logging on to her computer now. That was 30 minutes ago, and her chair is still empty. I'm beginning to suspect a rift in the time-space continuum.
Oh, goodness me. Oh, I'm here. I'm here. I'm so sorry. You would not believe the traffic.
The traffic? Your computer is literally down the hall from your kitchen. No driving involved. And we're recording this on Riverside FM.
Exactly. The hallway was a nightmare. There was this rogue laundry basket. I caught a glimpse of some packages that I need to put in my car. Like, they're like on the front seat, so I wouldn't forget to mail them again. And then I realized I hadn't watered my herb garden in 3 weeks, which meant that I had to look up that I accidentally killed my herb garden online. And hey, did you know there's a Wikipedia page about people called herb, not as a nickname for Herbert, but actually named for plants?
Subject B, look at the clock. It is 2:45. The meeting was at 1.
Wait, 2:45? Nah, that's impossible. I literally just put my shoes on. I've been ready since noon.
And yet, here you are, wearing one earring. And is that a dog toy in your hair?
Huh. It's part of the data. I was testing aerodynamics and like wind shear. You know what I mean. Look,
Right.
the point is, I'm technically only 5 minutes late in ADHD standard time.
The cringeometer is off the charts. We've entered a temporal loop.
Can we just start? I have to leave in 10 minutes for a dentist appointment I'm already late for.
Okay, let's get into it. We will have the following information in our show notes, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy the cringe. What you just witnessed was not a character flaw. It was completely predictable neurological event. Let's break it down.
First up, the executive function gap. The ADHD brain has a literal nearsightedness towards time. We don't experience time as a continuous flow the way that other brains do,
For most people, time feels like a river. It's always moving, always present. For the ADHD brain, there's only now and not now. That's it. 2 settings.
which is why the meeting is in an hour and the meeting is in 5 minutes feel exactly the same until suddenly it's a crisis.
Right. And second, task initiation. There's a neurological gap between deciding to do something and actually starting it. These are not the same moment for an ADHD brain.
When I said I'd been ready since noon, I meant it. In my head, deciding to get ready and actually getting ready, same thing. The brain filed it as done.
It wasn't laziness, it wasn't lying. The intention was completely real. The follow through just got delayed by 2.5 hours,
Give or take a Wikipedia rabbit hole or two.
which brings us to the dopamine detour. When the ADHD brain hits a transition, like moving from sitting in the kitchen to sitting at the computer, it looks for a dopamine hit to bridge the gap.
Without enough dopamine to make the new task feel worth switching to, what looks like resistance or avoidance is often just a brain that generally can't let go yet. So basically, just go sit at your computer is a lot easier said than neurologically done. So the ADHD brain finds something interesting, read dopamine generating, to do instead. In today's specimens cases, that was the Wikipedia page for people named Herb.
Not Herbert, Herb, or herb, name for the plant.
And it's so fascinating. Actually, one of the things that I saw there
Okay, I think
was,
we need to move on. We'll put a pin in it, but and finally, this is a quick but important one. Object permanence. Feline walked past those packages on her counter all morning.
at least 4 times.
The second she saw them during the spiral,
Suddenly, they were the most urgent thing in my entire life. Listen, I almost mailed them instead of logging on altogether.
oh, great. Well, for the ADHD brain, out of sight is genuinely out of mind. It's not a figure of speech and it's not an excuse. It's just how the wiring works.
And for the record, I actually was late logging on for the recording today.
The data does not lie.
So if you're sitting there feeling like a hot mess who can't get it together,
We see you. We are you. And before we tell you what to do about it, we want to say something important first.
because the science is one thing, but the shame that can come with this, that needs its own moment.
Welcome to the validation station. Before we get to the prescription, let's just sit with this for a second.
Because here's the thing, if you saw yourself in that skit, you're not a flake. You're not inconsiderate. You're not a liar.
When you said, I'm on my way, you meant it with every fiber of your being. And in your head, you were already there. Your shoes were basically on and you had 2 earrings.
The spiral wasn't laziness. Your brain was in a transition, one of the hardest moments for an ADHD brain. And so it did exactly what ADHD brains do. It found something more immediately interesting to focus on.
And that guilt that you feel afterwards, that's real too, and exhausting. And we see that.
You've probably been called unreliable your whole life for something your brain was doing completely without your permission.
And that's the cringe we're
Cringe,
here
we're
for.
here for.
Right. We're going to get that right. I don't know. Maybe we
Unlikely.
will. I don't know. Just pretend you heard that in unison. Okay. Lab coats back on for real. We witnessed the cringe. We've explained the science. Now let's talk about what to actually do about it.
3 protocols. Tested in the field, mostly on me.
And how's that going?
Okay,
protocol 1. Stop using arrival times. If you need to be somewhere at 2, that's not your target. Your target is being out the door at 1:30. The meeting time is for everybody else. The door time is for your brain.
Because by the time your brain registers, oh, I should be getting ready, 2 o'clock, already a fantasy.
Protocol 2, the external brain. If you can't feel time passing, and we just established that you genuinely cannot, you have to be able to see it disappearing. A timer shows time shrinking, the dial moving. It's not an alarm that startles you at the end. It's a visual of time actually leaving.
And we all know you'll eventually stop hearing the alarm. Out of sight, out of mind applies to time too. If you can't see it going, it isn't going. Like the sand in the hourglass that you can see leaving, showing you how much time you don't have left.
Wow.
So,
Where does one find something like that? A thrift store? Grandma's
one
closet?
does, in fact.
Okay.
All of the above. But we
Nice.
also have a third protocol, the buffer tax. However long you think something's going to take, add 15 minutes to that minimum. Do you really think getting ready only takes 10 minutes?
It takes 25, and that's on a good day with no rogue laundry baskets. If you're really digging our lab vibe, try this experiment. Time yourself for the next couple of days. How long does it take to empty the dishwasher, drive to work, walk the dog? How long does it really take?
And remember, the buffer tax isn't a punishment. It's an accurate budgeting for how your brain actually works. Think of it as leaving a tip for your future self. Right? You're welcome, future us. All right. It's time to open the lab doors to you. We know you've got a story, the one that makes your toes curl just thinking about it.
Maybe you forgot your sister's surprise party was Saturday at 7 and you strolled in the door at 8, or dominated your book club with a completely off-topic monologue.
Whatever the cringe is, don't just let it marinate in your brain at 3 a.m. Send it to us. We want to dissect it, find the ADHD win inside of it, and most importantly, show you that you're not the only one.
We are opening the lab doors, and we want you in here with us.
You can email us at thespaghettibear@gmail.com or click the link in the description to fill out our cringe session form. You can even stay anonymous if the cringe is that fresh.
Your disaster could be our next lab experiment. So help us out. Help us all feel a little bit more normal.
No judgment, only science.
Okay, experiment concluded. Time blindness is real. It is neurological, and you are not a bad person for having it.
You're just operating on a different clock. And now you've got 3 protocols to help sync it up a little.
Protocol 1, stop using arrival times. Use out the door times.
Protocol 2, the external brain. You need to physically see time leaving, just like the hourglass. Find a timer that works for the way that you see time.
And good luck if you see time in a sand hourglass. Finding that one. Okay, protocol 3, the buffer tax. Figure it will take a little longer than you think, because it will. So until next time, keep experimenting and try not to
die of embarrassment.
Oh,
We're
so
getting better
close.
at that.